welcome to a new episode of the Diaries of Everything Ching. As always, make sure you have your beverage. You know I do not discriminate whether it is hot, whether it is warm, or whether it is cold, okay? So guys, let's get into the things. I'm annoyed. So I tried to book an ultrasound appointment today. And with me working Monday to Friday, I tried to book a Saturday appointment because I looked online. There's a specific place that I like to go to do my ultrasounds. So I looked online to see if they had any Saturday hours, and luckily they had a 9 to 3. And then they also had live chat on their website so that I can just speak to somebody, book it, go, great. So I go to the live chat and I ask them for a specific Saturday. And this lady, because, she had a female name, told me they don't do ultrasounds on Saturdays. So I said, okay, well, is there any place within the city where they do ultrasounds on Saturdays? She's talking about, oh, I'd have to check, but they're all the way booked up until October. And it just had me thinking, because I have the same issue with my doctor's appointments. My doctor is available on days where I'm at work, at times where I'm at work. And for me, it's just like there's a bigger issue here. Because obviously when it comes to our health and needing to see doctors to do tests and, what have you, they are never fucking flexible. They're never flexible. And it's crazy because we only have so much sick days. We have only so much vacation days. And who wants to spend all of those times going to appointments and playing catch up with our personal life? We want to go on vacation. We want to spend time with our loved ones. And I just don't understand how we've gotten to this point of 2025 and there is no change. How are we still having appointments during times where people are at work? Are we supposed to take time off every time we want to look after our health? That's crazy. That is absolutely insanity. And I just feel like something needs to change because it's almost like we have to choose between our work and making money or our health. And I don't feel like we should have to choose. We all work so hard to the point where it's like we don't have to choose. We work too hard to have to choose. We go through too much to have to choose. Especially when you have those kind of appointments where doctors need to figure out what's going on with your body. So you have to go to these places. You have to see these people. And you have to make the time. And obviously, yes, jobs are going to be flexible to a degree, but at some point, it gets to a point where it's like, all right, bro, you may just have to go on some kind of like leave or something. You're going to have to choose. And we shouldn't be put in that predicament because we want to look after our health. That doesn't make sense. I'm grateful to God that my dentist has weekend availability. So I don't have issues when it comes to booking dentist appointments. But my doctor appointments, oh my gosh, like I'm at a point where I have to talk to her on the phone. But obviously there's certain things that I would have to go and see her for. But it's like I can't just see her as often as I would like because when I'm ready, like I used to be super on top of my health and I just feel like I can't be like that anymore because then I'm choosing between work and my medical health. And I just feel like there's a lot of people who can relate to this. And who's in charge? Who can we speak to? Because I'm not trying to give these doctors extra hours, but I do feel like there needs to be a little 9 to 3. There needs to be a little 8 to 3, a little shine to kind of just accommodate those who are not able to be as flexible as others. And same thing with the specialists, same thing with these ultrasound, x-ray places, blood work places. Like all you guys need to get information because unfortunately we do not have the flexibility. And we should be able to be on top of our health as much as we want to, and we shouldn't have to make a choice. And that's just the bottom line. And I want to speak with medical professionals. I would like, if there's any medical professional out there who's listening, to leave a comment of how we can navigate between this, because we shouldn't have to go left or right. We should be able to have both, because we're entitled to both. This is our health. And we shouldn't have to sacrifice our health because we know that bills need to be paid and ends need to be met, especially in this economy. Some people can't afford to take time off, and then their health takes such a big hit and they suffer. And that's not fair for people who get up and work hard and, push and all sorts of things. It's not fair, and it doesn't make sense. And the people who are doctors should probably understand it more than anybody, because they probably have those same issues with their medical professionals. But maybe not, because a lot of them are flexible. A lot of them are out the door before 2 p.m. And then they have like that lunch break that's an hour. So maybe they can pop in and do a whole bunch of shit within that hour. And it's like, that's great, but not everybody has that luxury. Some people can only afford to take a half an hour break. And to be honest, half an hour breaks these days feel like 5 minutes. So I don't know. It's just something that's been on my mind, especially after today. And I just wanted to express to the people, because I know for a fact I am not the only person going through this. And something needs to change, because we should not have to choose between our money and our health. And that's all I gotta say. So until next time, cheers to a new episode.